Yo, let's go, and welcome to the video. This is the fourth boss in Mount Hyjal, Azgalor. The main thing in this is to keep your insect swarm up during the silence, the howl of Azgalor. So it's about every 20 seconds is when the howl goes out. There's no timer for the first one, at least for this version of Deadly Boss mods that I have. But after this first one goes out, you can see the countdown timer, and when that gets close to 0, pop insect swarm, make sure that's up while you're silenced. I mean, ideally you want Moonfire up too, but I wouldn't reapply it just to make sure that it's up during the silence. As long as you have insect swarm up, I think you should be good. Another thing is, as soon as that silence timer ends, I would start to Wrath instead of Starfire. I've had plenty of times the first 2 weeks where I've been casting Starfire and it's gone like 2.5 seconds worth of the cast, and then I got silenced at the end of the cast. Whereas if I had Wrath, I would have gotten at least a Wrath off. So our fight time was 2 minutes 16 seconds. The fastest times that I've seen is like a minute 36, something like that. So at a minute 36, it looks like there's only 3 howls during that time, so that's gonna be the difference between having like a 90 parse and like a 95 and above, is that shorter fight time with less silences that you're getting. If there's only 3 that go out during the fight and you can resist 1 or even 2 of those, pray to the RNG gods, then that's how you're going to get that 95 plus parse. And you shouldn't have to worry about that rain of fire too much, as long as the group that's around you is over 30 yards. If you have to keep moving out of that, that's going to slow your DPS, so watch that positioning. So as you can see on the logs, our fourth howl went out at a minute 36. It's a bit of RNG here when these go out. So this is another thing that I've been getting that makes a huge difference is to Bloodlust. So, the shorter the fight is to a minute and 20 seconds, where if we popped one immediately and then the second one right after, having a 58% uptime on Bloodlust on a boss fight is just huge. So if we cut off 10, 15, 20 seconds of this fight, then I'll have 2/3 of the fight with Bloodlust up. And that's not really specific to just this fight. If you're not having the double lust, then it's just going to be really hard for you to get that really nice parse. So this could be one thing that's holding you back if you're feeling like you're doing everything right. Yeah, I only had a 91 on this. I wasn't keeping that insect swarm up. I wasn't doing that Wrath instead of Starfire right before the silence goes out to try to make sure I have at least 1 extra cast going out. It got a little wonky at the end of the fight there for us with the Rain of Fire that came out, so hopefully things go a little smoother next week. I change up those few things in the rotation and I can bump that up to 95 plus. Only 1 boss left to go in Mount Hyjal, and I'll see you in Archimon.